Words are not coming out of my mouth right now. Okay, let's find out where this fabric belongs. What's its seasonal color palette? What essences would it work for? And what body types would naturally find this harmonizing? Let's go. Okay, let's find where this color belongs. So let's put this out and we're going to use our color fans to start determining what type of color is this. So immediately I'm seeing a lot of yellow added to this color. So I'm going to say it's a warm color. So we're going to be trying to decide whether it is autumn or spring. Now we can put the True Spring palette right on top. Let's just put True Autumn on top here. Now immediately we can see that True Spring is way brighter than this color. I'm wearing spring colors. We see that this fits a lot more than this. This is sitting on top of it. So I'm fairly confident we can X out True Spring. Now Autumn is looking pretty good. So we're gonna compare our Autumn palettes. So we have Dark Autumn here and True Autumn there. And let's get Soft Autumn as well. And we're gonna try to see where does this most likely fit. This is an autumn color, so I'm gonna say that there's any autumn could probably wear this color, but let's find out where does it actually belong. So here we have Soft Autumn. We noticed the color before we noticed these colors. Also, if I was going to create an outfit with it, I don't know if this color harmonizes perfectly with some of the other shades. If we had this in a jacket and this color pants, would that really make sense? I'm gonna say no. I'm going to remove Soft Autumn. Could a Soft Autumn wear this color? Sure. Is it their best color? No. Now we are down to True Autumn and Dark Autumn. And it's tricky because here, let's try to find, first we can try to find a match for the color. Let's look at our pinks and see. Do we have a close match? I'm liking some of the True Autumn shades next to this. These aren't terrible, but I'm leaning more towards True Autumn right now. I'm feeling like there's more connection. Here, I'm just seeing the color sit a little bit on top of this color. I see more integration here. So if we were going to build an outfit, let's say we had a jacket in this color and a trouser in this color, and a shirt in one of these neutrals, I think that makes a little bit more sense. Some of these colors don't have the connection that I'm finding with True Autumn. And the beautiful part about this fan is that you also get your sister season harmonies. So here in the True Autumn fan, we also have the Soft Autumn harmonies, the True Autumn harmonies, and the Dark Autumns. So if we put this on top of here, I'm just feeling like I'm seeing more connections. Here I'm seeing the colors sit on top of them a little bit, and here I'm seeing this color more powerfully than I'm seeing. So I'm going to say that this is a True Autumn color. Could the other autumns wear it? Yes. Is it gonna look the best on a True Autumn? I think so. So let's put out this color fan and just see. To me, that looks really nice. These colors feel like they match this fabric. So we have our color palette, now what? All right, this is the third video in this series, and this was the fabric you guys chose to have next. It is this beautiful woven velvet fabric, and it has a bit of a snakeskin texture, as you can see there, and some shine. So some of you might be thinking like, why is that velvet? Velvets are just pile fabrics, and if we get in close, we can see just in the lines and color definition that this is a pile fabric, and it is woven because there's no stretch. So we have decided that this is an autumn color, and it would probably harmonize best with the True Autumn palette. Now let's talk about the weight of this fabric. We've already decided that it's a woven fabric. So when you have fabrics that don't have any stretch to them, you're going to need, you can't just, like this shirt, stretch. So I pull it, it stretches back, and it conforms to my body, which is why in kibbe, bodycon dresses are for everyone because they automatically harmonize for the most part. Yes, it will depend on other elements, but this fabric right here will not stretch to the body. I couldn't do this same cut of fabric and have it fit closely to my body. If I did this cut in this fabric, it would be very boxy. And look at these sharp lines we're getting. You're getting medium weight woven fabric, vertical lines naturally formed, long linear elements. This is a pretty medium weight fabric. Like, we see some structure. It doesn't quite have as much structure as the fabric that we did in this video, but we can see that it's holding its own shape. Like, it's creating some nice straight vertical lines. Again, vertical is just straight lines that are drawing your eye. The repetition is from top to bottom. Where is your eye being drawn to? With a garment like this, we're seeing this line. We're seeing it go whoop. Now, it's holding its structure, and this would most likely, like, it need tailoring to form to the body, because every body has some curved elements to it. We're not going to say that we're just cutting clothes that look like this for the yang elements. They're still getting tailoring. It's just made out of heavier weight fabrics, and there is less curve accommodations needed. There's less elements that are forming around soft shape. This fabric would do well for any outerwear piece. It could be a cool pair of trousers. It could be a very structured dress that has some presence to it, because this is gonna hold its shape. You add some sort of like puff sleeve dress with this, like, look, there's some drama added to this. This is not soft, gentle curves, draping. This is hold its shape, has some power behind it. You want to do a skirt with it, this is going to feel heavy and there's some presence to it. We're doing pleats, we're doing any of these, like, we're creating linear lines. Jackets could work. A blouse, it would be a very heavy blouse. It would probably be more like a shirting or a shacket. Probably shacket would be the correct terminology for what we're creating. But outerwear, coats, skirts, structured dress, all possible. It's a heavier weight fabric. I would not say it's a summer weather fabric, because it's going to be a little bit warm and it has this pile to it. Kitchener has his own color harmony system, and it is not as straightforward as the seasonal color palettes. He creates his own palettes, but I would immediately say that because it's like an earthier, richer color, that it would be applicable for the natural essence. I think because it holds its shape and has this kind of snakeskin texture, you could also see it in the dramatic essence. Now, it also holds its shape, so we're gonna say gamine could work with this. The staccato element could be achieved with this. And now let's see, could the yin essences work with this? Could ethereal work with this? I think it's possible. I think this does have a muted quality to it. It doesn't scream ethereal to me, but let's try to noodle something around with it, because I'm gonna design outfits for each of these. I'm just brainstorming here. Ingenue, I think that anything we created would have to be a small element for ingenue. And classic. So we're gonna design an outfit for each of these. Okay, so let's look at what those look like. For a dramatic, let's do a big, bold, matching suit in this. It's gonna have some shoulder pads. It's going to have some power behind it. We're going to do this makeup. We're going to do this big, interesting earring that draws attention. This is powerful, it has presence to it. This fabric would hold in this design. Okay, for natural, I think we're also going to do an outerwear piece. I think we would do a relaxed kind of shawl collar coat. Not a lot of seaming in this. Let it breathe, let it move. And then we have some like more natural styling. We have some textures woven in there. We have some kind of loose volume waves. It has a little bit more glam than traditional Kitchener essence, but still very much earthy, rich feeling to it. Now, let's move on to gamine. I think this could be a really cute pair of gamine trousers. I think you could get a short staccato shape. You could have a cute cropped silhouette in the pants, have some gamine styling in there. Remember, any one piece of the outfit does not equate. The whole is what is going to matter, because you could take those same gamine pants and pair it with this, and then we lean more classic. Now for classic, again, we could do that same trouser, or we could do something like a pencil skirt. This would look very nice in a pencil skirt, a fitted pencil skirt with some darts right along here for some gentle shaping. And then we would do something styling like this blouse that has a little bit more classic elegance, and a coiffed hairstyle that feels a little bit more matched and put together versus the higher energy gamine outfit, where our eyes, the rhythm of the outfit was going from here. With classic, our eye just travels very easily down the silhouette of the garment. Now, what about kibbe image identities? Again, these are just my opinions and my thoughts as a designer and stylist. I am not Kibbe, I'm not Kitchener. I need to reiterate that. I'm not trying to teach you those systems. That is my shift in my content strategy. I'm not teaching you them. I'm sharing my opinions as a professional in the fashion design space. Kibbe has said clothing recommendations are loose and that every ID, it really matters on the entire holistic vibe. And I agree with that for sure. A dramatic could easily wear this. I could see this being very regal lady. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I once heard him or read that he said that the Dior's new look was a great look for the dramatic. And we don't see only sharp, straight lines in this in the way we think of them today. In fact, most patterns and most of Kibbe's styling is going to have some tailoring and some shaping with it, just like Dior's new look, but it's the overall, there are still straight lines, there is still yang, there is still vertical here. I think this jacket could also mimic that kind of silhouette very beautifully. I think it could be a beautiful tailored jacket that gives regal essence. Something like this paired with this. Could a soft natural or flamboyant natural wear this? Yes, absolutely. I think they could do something like this or something like this. Now soft dramatics have to have glamour, have to have a little bit more diva essence. So how are we going to take this color and add more diva to it? I would say something like this. So again, you have to separate out what does this fabric naturally want to do. It's going to have more flexibility in the outerwear or the bottoms than it will be for tops. Again, a little bit too heavy for most tops. Could the romantics deal with this? Again, as I mentioned in the previous video, it's not that one fabric can't work for an ID, in my opinion. It's that you're going to struggle to find these fabrics out in the real world tailored to your curves. Marilyn Monroe wore heavier weight fabrics at times, but they were custom made for her. So if you're getting bespoke clothing, you can pretty much choose any fabric you want because it's going to be made and tailored and designed to wrap around your body perfectly. We have an issue with style these days is that we have an oversimplification of design. Less and less style elements, less and less tailoring involved, less and less techniques that help them conform to bodies, which is also why we're probably in like a style crisis right now and everyone is seeking style systems to make sense of clothes, when really the clothing industry is also at fault because they are building clothes that are boxy and big because they sell easier to people. It's not that naturals need to wear this. They don't at all. And Kibbe's original recommendations were much more slim fit than boxy and oversized. I haven't seen him ever put anyone in something boxy and oversized, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we don't see people tailoring fabrics like this because it is expensive. And they get a lot more bang for their buck shooting out something, a design like this, because there's no shaping. And then we think that there's something wrong with our own personal styles because we're like, that looks terrible on me. It's making us rely heavily on knit fabrics because knit fabrics automatically conform to our bodies and mimic our natural line. So yeah, I just want to say that if you're struggling with finding clothes in stores, you are not alone and that this is a prevalent problem that we're going to see. And the way to counter that is to really understand fabrics, what they're meant to do, what they can be capable of doing, and eliminate your habitual narrowing that says, that's a heavyweight fabric, I can't possibly wear that. And instead start to learn, okay, this is a heavier weight fabric. What design details and tailoring do I need for this to work? Do I need more panels within the garment so that there's more opportunity for the fabric to not just go straight down, but to be shaped with a seam line so that it goes like that, so that it is allowed to form around the body. So the more panels or darts or seaming that you integrate, the more options you have to take it from this to this. So if we have this, straight, boxy, holding straight lines, we add dart in here, we add a side seam there. All of a sudden we're seeing it fit to the body more. We're seeing it conform to the natural line. So I hope this series has been helpful. I will be doing some more fabrics. If there are any fabric combinations you want me to keep an eye out for, let me know. Otherwise, until next time.